Starting today, walnut gleaners in Tulare County can sell the nuts they gather for cash, but there are some new restrictions with the overall goal of cracking down on walnut theft and illegal sales. Action News South Valley reporter Brian Johnson explains what sellers can expect to see at buying stations this year.
At Hart Receiving near Farmersville, the cars lined up, the gleaners and growers waiting patiently to unload their walnuts left over from this year's harvest.
Figure out how much I owe you here.
The walnuts are weighed and the sellers get paid in cash. First-time walnut gleaner Brandon Edmonds estimates he sold between 1,500 and 2,000 pounds of nuts here.
Fortunately, we all got the opportunity from a customer of ours at the Runway Cafe. He has a walnut field and he let us pick because he wasn't going to make enough money off of it. So kids are going to have a good Christmas this year.
Monday marked the first day of Tulare County's walnut buying period, whereby people like Edmonds can sell to the small number of buying stands left for cash. But before the transaction, sellers must show the paperwork that proves the walnuts are theirs. It's part of the county's nut theft ordinance, which became even stricter earlier this year with amendments like requiring the seller's thumbprint on the proof of ownership certificate. Also new this year, county inspectors are on site enforcing the ordinance.
They're checking for the proof of possession certificate. They're checking for the small grower certificate. If they don't have those in hand, they are confiscating the walnuts. They're issuing violations.
So far this year, Deputy Agricultural Commissioner David Case says they've issued around 50 violations. He says they're basically fix-it tickets to the sellers.
Giving it to them and saying, hey, you did something wrong. Let's make sure you're not stealing walnuts. We'll go ahead and verify everything that you had the right to possess those walnuts, and we'll go ahead and release them to you.
Sellers could be placed on a do not buy list, but county officials say they've returned a majority of the walnuts they've confiscated when the seller returns with the right paperwork. They expect fewer violations and confiscations next year, predicting more people will know what to bring with them besides the nuts. In Tulare County, Brian Johnson, ABC 30 Action News.